Hey you guys, welcome back and welcome if you are new. My name is Sam and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking up a delicious and classic Sunday supper. We're going to be making a delicious pot roast with vegetables and a wonderful garlic mashed potatoes with Parmesan cheese. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start out with the pot roast because it is going to take the longest. This is an easy meal. It just takes a long time to cook. When you have a pot roast, you want to cook it for a low and slow so it gets nice and tender. So we're going to go ahead and season this up with some salt and pepper on both sides. And then we're just going to set that to the side and let that seasoning kind of sit on the beef just a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to cut up some onions. I've got 2 onions here and we're just going to quarter those and peel out the outside layer. And then we're going to go ahead and get this pot roast on to cook. So we're going to go ahead and move on over to the stove. You're going to add a little bit of oil to a super hot Dutch oven. I'm using my biggest Dutch oven here because I want the extra room for everything to sit in the liquid. So I'm just going to add a little bit of oil to that, and we're going to add the beef in the pan, and we're going to let this sear on both sides. In the meantime, I'm going to chop up some carrots. I absolutely love carrots in pot roast. Typically, people would add some celery. I'm not a celery person, so we're just going to do onions and carrots. You can cut them however you want. I like the bigger chunks, so it just tastes better in the bigger chunks. So we're going to go ahead and flip that roast beef, or that beef roast over, and then we're going to let it sear on that side, and make sure to sear the edges of the beef. Once you sear the edges of the beef, you're just going to take that out and put it on a plate and set it to the side. It is not fully cooked, nowhere near being fully cooked, but we're going to get some color on these vegetables. So to my Dutch oven, we're going to add the onions, cut side down, and then we're going to add in the carrots. I like to add a little bit of flavor to the onions and carrot, kind of give them a nice like little caramelized flavor. And then you're just going to season those up with some salt and pepper. And then once they get nice and golden and seared on one side, you're going to flip those onions over and let them sear another, I don't know, 1 to 2 minutes on the other side, just to create that extra layer of flavor. Now, you certainly don't have to do this step. I do. You can just chunk the vegetables in there and then put the beef roast on top and just, add everything else. It's going to turn out delicious. I just like the extra step. So, once you get those all nice and colorized, Lord have mercy, caramelized. I can't English today, but it's okay. Once you get those all caramelized, you're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and then you're just going to mix that together. Make sure you mix this really well so that way the tomato paste gets a little caramelization to it, kind of releases its flavor a little bit. It doesn't take long, about 30 seconds or so. And then you're going to go in and add 4 cups of beef broth. I use the beef broth powder, but you can do beef bone broth or just regular beef broth that comes in the carton, homemade, whatever you have on hand. So you're just going to give that a stir. And then you're going to add in some garlic. Now, I just peel the garlic, smash them a little bit, and kind of cut them in half. And that's what I put in there, is the garlic. And now we're going to put in the beef roast. And then you're just going to kind of smash that down a little bit and get it into the liquid. And you're going to add about 4 sprigs of thyme, 3 or 4 sprigs of rosemary. I have an abundance of rosemary right now, so I'm trying to figure out ways to use it. And then you're just going to put the lid on here. You're going to cook this low and slow, 325 degrees for about 3.5 to 4 hours. I let mine cook for 4 hours because I want it extra tender. 3.5 hours should do good. But now we're going to go ahead and start the potatoes. Now, with my mashed potatoes, we like them with the skins on. You can peel them if you want to. I just wash them really well and then cut them in half and then dice them. And then I put them in the pot and cover them with water. So however you want to do your mashed potatoes, it's going to work out just fine. I like the rustic look and taste of the peel on. So just cut those up, put those in the pot, and now we're going to cut up some garlic. I just peeled these, I smashed them up like I did with the other pieces of garlic. I like to leave them whole because we're going to mash them down later. And then you're just going to add some water to your potatoes. Now make sure you cover these really well with water about 1 inch or so above the potatoes. And then you're just going to put these on the stove. Now what I like to do is salt the potatoes now, so that way I don't have to salt them a whole bunch later, because potatoes love salt and they're going to absorb all that salt and it's going to make it so delicious. So salt your potatoes, bring this up to a boil, let them cook until they're just tender. You don't want them mushy, you want them just tender. And then you're just going to drain them. In the meantime, pot roast is done. It is so delicious, you guys. I will leave all of the links for these recipes down below so you can check them out. They will be up on my blog. Once your pot roast is done, just take the lid off, and now you're just going to remove the thyme stems and the rosemary stems. They have done their job. They have flavored everything wonderfully, so take those out. If you have a few sprigs of thyme or rosemary in there, it's fine. It won't hurt nothing. Or you can do dried thyme and dried rosemary, whatever you want to do. Now we're just going to go in and shred this up. I like to shred this up when it's in the pot with the juices because I just like the flavor of how it absorbs the flavor, like the meat absorbing all of that wonderful, delicious juice of the broth. So I just shred that up in the pot. And then once I get that all done, I'm just going to put the lid on this. Now you can see here how tender this meat is. It is so delicious. It's so easy. So don't stress about cooking something very long. It's very simple, but you just let it cook and do its job. Put the lid on this, set it to the side. It's going to be just fine while you finish up your potatoes. So here I've got my potatoes, and I like to mash my potatoes before I add anything else to them. I just find it's easier. But however you want to smash your potatoes, you go for it. So I'm just going to smash those up a little bit, and then I'm going to add in about 3 tablespoons of butter. If you like them buttery, add more butter. If you don't want butter, don't add any. Whatever you want to do, it will work just fine. So season your potatoes. I'm adding a little bit more salt, not much because we're going to taste this later and adjust. I'm adding white pepper to this, but you can do just regular old black pepper. And then I'm going to mash this up again. I find that it's just easier to incorporate the spices and the butter this way. So once I get that all mixed together, I'm going to add some milk, a little bit at a time. Now this all depends on how thick or thin you want your potatoes. I just add a little bit of milk in there, and then I let it sit for a few seconds to kind of warm that milk up. It's room temperature because this is all I have left, and we're just going to add that in there. let it sit for a couple of seconds, and then smash them. Add more milk as you go. Like I said, it all depends on how thick or thin you want your potatoes. Now we're going to taste this and see if it needs more salt. Mine did, so I added a little bit more salt. And then I just stirred that together until I felt the salt had dissolved well enough. And then we're going to add in some Parmesan cheese. You can do whatever kind of Parmesan cheese you want. I like to grate my own. So I'm going to add about roughly about 1/3 of a cup. You can do more or less, however cheesy you want your potatoes. So you're just going to add that in there and give that a stir. Make sure it's all nice and well combined. And then you can give it another taste and see if you want more cheese or not. All up to you. So this is pretty much done, and it is time to make our plate. Everything is all done. So the way I like to do this is I like to add the potatoes first and then everything else on top of the potatoes. You can do it on the side however you want. So potatoes, and then I'm going to add the meat. So delicious, so tender, so flavorful, super simple, but so good. And then once I add the meat, I'm going to go in and add the vegetables and some extra broth. I love the broth to this, especially with it over the potatoes. It's just so wonderful. And then that is pretty much it. Like I said, this is so simple and so delicious. I'm just going to top this with some parsley, just chopped up some fresh parsley. Put that on the top and called it good. And this was absolutely delicious. Perfect Sunday supper. That is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.